Hello everyone. Today I'll cover the topic about the growth of nationalism, which is under the ISC class 11 syllabus, then with the subparts of Swadeshi movement, partition of Bengal and the anti-partition of movement. So firstly, the growth of nationalism, which had several factors. As we all know, India was a colonized country and we gained our independence in 1947, 15th of August. So before that we were colonized. So there was a long history of India's struggle for independence, and then we are now then we gained our independence. So our syllabus though starts with the 20th century. As we all know, 20th century, these things, all these topics like Swadeshi movement, these events, partition of Bengal, anti-partition movement, all happened 1900 onwards. So the syllabus will be of 20th century. The Swadeshi movement was from 1905 to 1908, the time span of the Swadeshi movement. And the partition of Bengal took place on 16th October 1905. These are some cardinal dates we should always get from. So now initially the growth of nationalism. So for that there are several factors for the growth of nationalism. As there were colonized time, our syllabus starts with a colonial history. India was colonized during the 20th century, 1900 onwards. So 1900 onwards. Our syllabus for class 11 starts with 1900. So the factors for the growth of nationalism. There were several factors. As we were colonized, we had to develop our love for the nation, which is nationalism. So, which is somewhat like patriotism, but no, nationalism and patriotism are two other concepts. So for the nationalism concept, there were several factors at that point of time. We have to understand the historical background first, then we will go towards the Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi movement began in 1905 following the partition of Bengal. But we do not understand the background, it will be difficult for understanding the society and the culture of the 20th century India, which was colonized. So there were several factors like the administrative and the economic unity. The Britishers, like the colonialists, introduced railways and postal telegraph in India. Not for Indians, obviously for their own purpose, own administration, but this led to some unity. The regional isolation in India was reduced due to better communication with the introduction of railways by Lord Dalhousie. During his tenure, railways were introduced, and then the postal telegraph. Then the Western thought and education. This was another factor. Nationalism in India was a product of Western thought. Several scholars and several opinions are there regarding that, because the newly educated class in India, who were educated as per the European culture, those who were very rich, they went to Europe for the further education, like Gandhi. We will get several examples. Gandhi, several people went to outside India, foreign country for their education. So when they visited London, or when they visited British in their own region, they found out that there were hell and heaven difference in the way Europe was governed and India was governed, but the administrators were same. So these created a unity, this created a feeling like we were badly treated, like Indians were badly treated. So this led to the foundation of nationalistic feeling that we should be free, like we should be free of the colonialism. That feeling was that feeling was necessary for India for gaining independence. So that feeling came when they found out the difference in a way a British is treated and an Indian is treated. Even in London, same in Calcutta or in any other cities in India. So then there was the role of press and literature. Press always have played a major role in society. Like in today's, any crimes happen, press reports and all, huge things happen. So now, role of press and literature was huge. like the literature of Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, his novels, then Michael Madhusudhan Dotto, Dinobandhu Mitra, Ramgolal Banerjee, Nobin Chandra Sen, and foremost Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore's poems, Tagore's writings, like the Swadeshi movement has a very, very good representation in Tagore's novel of Ghore Baire. Writing in English, it is available both in Bengali and English. This is a translated version. Ghore Baire, it has a very good depiction of the Swadeshi movement, like how it also shows how Tagore's attitude changed. In Gora, we will see, like, if you read the literature, your understanding of history will always be better. If you read Gora, you will understand how Rabindranath was a staunch, like, person, like, not Rabindranath, the hero was a staunch person. Then in Ghore Baire, his hero Nikhilesh changed his attitude, and how in Ghore Baire Swadeshi movement is portrayed. It is a very good movie by Satyajit Ray. You can always watch, like, for a better understanding of the Swadeshi movement. So then the role of press in literature is always huge in case of historical understanding, and always in the growth of nationalism in India, the role of press in literature was immense. Like the development of newspapers like the Times of India, Pioneer, Statesman, several newspapers were there. Then the economic exploitation. Yes, we got there is famous books by Dadabhai Naoroji, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. You can see the word un-British. Why un-British? He was Dadabhai Naoroji was an early nationalist, and he can't believe the way British could rule India, like the economy, the theory of drain of wealth. So when Indians found out that the Britishers were ruling India just for their own benefit, and India is ruining, the handicrafts were ruining, several views are there, several discussions, historiography, debates are there regarding the impact of British rule, and which led to the growth of nationalism in India. The racial discrimination, as we all can see, we always heard about the Gandhian experience, and there are several things. The racial discrimination Indians faced in the colonial history, which is a huge thing. Like in better clubs and pubs, Indians were not allowed. There were hoardings like in dogs and Indians are not allowed. So these type of treatment were meted out to Indians in their own motherland, which obviously will raise their voice. This will raise their anger against the colonialism, and they will try to make India free and independent, and that led to the growth of further nationalistic feeling and patriotism. Then there were socio-religious movements like the Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj, Aligarh movement among the Muslims. There are several like that. Theosophical Society of Annie Besant did a lot of work. Then there were several things like Swami Dwananda Saraswati is Arya Samaj, Raja Rammohun Roy is Brahmo Samaj, Annie Besant. Then there were several like this also created a feeling of discovery of past, like how we were in the past, the ancient ways. In the ancient days, India was free before the coming of the Europeans, and they glorified the past. And then the boost came from the international events. As we can see in the 1904-1905, in the international scenario, there was a Russo-Japanese war, in which Japan, we can understand Japan was an island country, is an island country still now, it's a small country, and Russia is a huge country. How Japan could defeat Russia, Indians, the then freedom strugglers, the nationalists found a very strength with the Japan's victory over Russia, and thought that if Japan could defeat Russia, then Indians also can throw out British. Then there was the Irish struggle for independence, which also influenced the Indians for further developing their struggle for independence became strong. So that is only the growth of nationalism. So these are some factors. There are other factors also, but mainly the factors of administrative unity, the role of press and literature, the Western thought and education and development, how they were thinking, the economic exploitation, racial discrimination, socio-religious movements like Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj fostered the growth of nationalistic feeling among Indians. events. And then there were the current international events of Irish independence, Russo-Japanese War, and Japan's victory over Russia. All these influenced Indians to fight for their freedom. So this is the growth of nationalism. And for these topics, I forgot to mention, I will refer to Modern India History Textbook for Class 12 by Bipan Chandra and ISC History, Modern India and World History by Prabhatanshu Maiti and Shochidananda Banerjee. These are general prescribed books for ISC Class 11, and there will be another book for World History portions by Norman Lowe. So these books will be our source for Class 11 History ISC book. So now I'll move on to the next subpart. After the growth of nationalism, this Swadeshi, partition of Bengal and land partition. So firstly, the partition of Bengal. So partition of Bengal was a plan proposed by Lord Curzon. He proposed the plan on July 1905, and on October 16, 1905, finally Bengal was partitioned. So it was a huge province. Bengal was a huge province, and there were several motives of Lord Curzon for partitioning Bengal. As Kolkata was the capital of British administration that time, then in 1911 the capital was moved to Delhi. Before that, Kolkata was, so in 1905 we can say that Kolkata was the Calcutta that time. Now Calcutta was the capital of British India. So as Calcutta was a capital and there were urban, like it was a city, so urban population, the middle class, there were a huge nationalistic attitude. Like nationalism, patriotism was there. Then there was after the Calcutta University was established, the medical college was established. Then new graduates were there by 1900. Several batches passed from Calcutta University. So they were educated. With education comes the feeling of nationalism more. The Dirozio, the Young Bengal movement, as we kind of see. So the presidency, that time the Hindu college, it was a full nationalism was brewing out of those colleges, those students who passed that. So Curzon had some motives for partitioning Bengal. He wanted to strike at the nerve center of the nationalism. So as Bengal and that times Calcutta was British India's capital, he wanted to strike at the root of nationalism. So, but obviously administratively he sought a reason that Bengal was a huge province, so wanted to divide Bengal with Eastern Bengal and Assam and the Western Bengal. The division, and actually the division was proposed in July 1905 and it was divided on 16th October 1905. This is very important. And as short questions also, this date is very important. So now the partition of Bengal. As I went through the motives, right? What Curzon said? Curzon said it was for administration, better administration. As Bengal was a huge province, we needed to divide Bengal. But as we understand, that was a policy of divide and rule. A major instrument in colonial history, the policy of divide and rule. Divide and rule. Divide and rule. It was followed for the partition of Bengal. He divided Bengal for ruling it. Colonialism became strong. Nationalism was weakened because there was a division. So regarding the partition of Bengal, he showed that it was it was impossible for administering such a huge province, so wanted to divide Bengal. But the real motives was divide and rule, which was a very strong instrument. Later on we will also see this is an instrument which always led to good result for colonialism and colonial rulers. That was a tried and tested instrument was followed in case of partition of Bengal. And eventually Bengal was partitioned. And several protest movements, obviously it will be protested by the Bengalis, the nationalists, everywhere protest was going on. And which is the anti-partition movement? Partition of Bengal, the protest against those partition is the anti-partition movement. which was characterized by the Swadeshi movement and boycott movement. Swadeshi and boycott are two sides of the same coin. For Swadeshi, what we understand? Swadeshi is producing everything which we need of their own. We should not use foreign products. Foreign in this case means Britishers. We should not use any British goods, because if we buy British goods with the money, then it will obviously help the British economy. As we will import the British goods in India, that will eventually lead to economic decline in India. Indian handicrafts already were suffering because after the Industrial Revolution, now again going to the larger picture of all history, as Industrial Revolution took place in England, England could produce cheaper materials at low cost. England could produce commodities at a low cost than India. So what is happening? If Indian market was flooded with British goods, this will lead to the benefit of British economy but not Indian economy. In other way, we will be, if we are depending on British goods, that will lead to Indian economy's decline. The handicraft products, which is a bit more in price because it's handicrafts. Now also handicrafts products are pricey. So as you can see, as Indian market is flooded, so we choose to follow these Swadeshi ideals, using our own goods and boycotting the British goods. That is the main characteristics of the anti-partition movement. Yes, there were other facets of the anti-partition movements also. On the day of partition, Rabindranath Tagore was a huge figure. We will see immense contribution of Rabindranath Tagore in this case, as I earlier mentioned about Ghore Baire. Here the two protagonists are there. We will see Nikhilesh and Shondip. If you read the novel, we will see there are two protagonists, Nikhilesh and novel. Nikhilesh was a Bengali zamindar and Shondip was revolutionary. But we will see how the nuances, the society was impacted, how there were chaos were there. So this gives a very good glimpse of the society during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, as Rabindranath Tagore was an eyewitness of that event. We will understand how people were having certain issues even with the movement. Movement has certain limitations. So the anti-partition movement was not only about Swadeshi, like making our own products, making India self-sufficient and boycott of foreign goods. There were other facets also. Like on the day of partition, Rabindranath Tagore urged to keep the oven unlit. The women became the very important part of the movement. Women became a part how they did not cook on that day. And there were like Raksha Bandhan. Rabindranath Tagore is a very important figure. Tagore is a very important figure in the anti-partition movement. He told we should celebrate Raksha Bandhan on that day. Raksha Bandhan for showing the unity among the people of the two Bengal, as it was divided Eastern Bengal and or Assam and the Western Bengal. So he told to have them. And there were another issue of divide and rule. We should understand that a very important issue, that is the Hindu-Muslim issue. Because Eastern Bengal and Assam was mostly with the, as I was saying, the divide and rule policy was followed in the religious grounds also, as the division was Eastern Bengal and Assam in one province and the Western Bengal. West Bengal I wrote, but it's Western part of Bengal. So these were the two parts. Full Bengal, now it was divided into two parts. As we will see, here the majority population was Muslims, and here majority population were Hindus. The partition, so I'm done with the partition of Bengal. So the motives are very important. the real motives also, and the motives as stated by Curzon for it, that it was huge province. Both are very important. Motives behind the partition of Bengal is very important, and the date 16th October 1905 very important, and then the anti-partition, and on the day, what happened on the day, Arandhan, like keeping the oven unlit, was done, and then there was Raksha Bandhan, and on the day, what was then there were the revolutionaries, I mean the nationalists went to the Ganges, they became bath, and then there were several issues, like several events on that day. The nationalists saw the act of partition as a challenge of nationalism and not administrative measure, and then the anti-partition movement began. And the movement was initiated on 7th August 1905. Anti-partition movement began on 7th August 1905. Like few days before partition, because it was announced. It was officially made on 16th October, but in July only it was announced that Bengal will be partitioned. So movement against the partition, which is the anti-partition movement, began on this day, 7th August 1905. A massive demonstration was organized in the town hall Calcutta, and from these meetings, delegates dispersed to spread the movement. So on this day, a massive meeting was organized at the Calcutta town hall, and the partition took place, and that was the day of partition was taken as a day of fasting for all. Rabindranath Tagore composed the national song of today's Bangladesh, Amar Sonar Bangla, on the occasion of like anti-partition movement. He composed that song. Then the Swadeshi and boycott movement, which I have discussed earlier. The Swadeshi is about producing whatever India needs of their own, like Indians producing their own goods, and boycotting all foreign products. And foreign means boycott, here the concept of boycott, foreign means not only the goods, even in later times, the institutions, foreign institutions were boycotted by people. And there was social boycott. If someone was not following boycott, a social boycott, like not talking to a person, was followed among the Indians. Then in this way, the Swadeshi and boycott movement was going around. Then there was a concept of Atma Shakti. Atma Shakti. Very important concept. Atma Shakti. Atma Shakti. Which means self-reliance. Important concept in the anti-partition movement, which means self-reliance, like assertion of national dignity, honor, and self-confidence. In the economic field, it meant fostering indigenous industries like Swadeshi, and in other fields also, there was during the Swadeshi time, several Bengali industry, Indian industry came up, like Bangolokhi cotton mill, and there were several things which even we can get today, like Acharya Pishire organizes famous Bengal Chemical Swadeshi store. Bengal Chemical you can still get, it's still situated in, it's still open. So Bengal Chemical was there, then Bangolokhi cotton mill, several things. The patriotic songs were written in the Swadeshi on the occasion of Swadeshi movement, on the occasion of anti-partition movement by Rajanikanta Sen, Syed Abu Muhammad, Mukunda Das. We see several poets like protesting in their way. The literature persons always write, they were not only protest verbally, they not only protest violently, they write in their writings, in their poetry, in their prose, they protest. In a way, the persons who write in the press, like journalists, the writers, the poets, like Tagore was a poet, he was also a novelist and all. So then Rajanikanta Sen wrote his songs. So these were very, very important. And on 15th August 1906, a National Council of Education was set up and a National College was set up. What about national? You see the word national means something which is India's own. National. National College, national schools, national commodity store. So then in the names only you will understand. Bengal Chemical. like it is native. The feeling of nativeness, Bengal, national. These are very, very important to understanding the nuances of the Swadeshi movement. The feeling that we will do, Khadi was popularized. So the feeling that we will produce what India needs totally on their own, no foreign product, no things. So now I'll end my lecture and I'll just give a synopsis. Today we read about the growth of nationalism and several factors fostering nationalism in India, among Indians during the 1900s, like in the beginning of 20th century, then followed by the partition of Bengal, and which led to the anti-partition movement characterized by the Swadeshi and the boycott movement. Now, and at the end of video, you will get some photos and pictures of the Swadeshi movement along with, I also mentioned the books, the textbooks which you will refer to after the lecture and all. And thank you for watching the video, and please like, comment and subscribe our channel for more historical facts. Thank you.